Hi, I'm meteorologist Tony Petrarca in the Pinpoint 12 Forecast Center. You've clicked on the Weather Now link on this Wednesday afternoon about 3:30. We're in a weather alert. A lot of weather to get through next 24 hours, so kind of an extended version here of this weather discussion next 3 to 4 minutes. But here's the setup. Rain, of course, has worked in. It'll only get heavier this afternoon into the evening hours, and the wind's starting to pick up as well. Quite simply, we have an intensifying coastal storm that'll move through over the next 12 to 24 hours. Now, as of the 3 o'clock hour, the winds are picking up, so we're getting gusts now close to 40 miles per hour out towards the Vineyard, Block Island, and Westerly, and these numbers will only go up this evening and into the overnight. So this is where we have a wind advisory, which is the areas in sort of this light brown. Strong winds here, but not as strong as the coastline. Areas in red, it's what we call a high wind warning. The general direction here is east-northeast, so sustained at 25, 35, but gusts in this red area 50 to 60 miles per hour. Quite simply, there could be some power outages everywhere. It's scattered, but the better chance would be, unfortunately, the areas in red. So we take a look at our threat tracker, which is elevated for tonight for obvious reasons here with heavier rain, 1 to 2 inches. We do have river flood warnings for some rivers, and of course those gusty wind. The only upside to Thursday is that the precipitation is much lighter, though some scattered rain and or snow showers of all things. Watching rivers and streams, windy, especially during the morning, and we do have a coastal flood advisory during the early morning high tide on Thursday, and we'll talk about that in more detail in a little bit. Friday, not a great day in terms of like mild sunshine, but it is improved. All right, so the coastal flood, actually it's not a coastal flood watch, it's a coastal flood, my mistake, coastal flood advisory for the areas in light green. So our South Shore, and this includes up into Narragansett Bay and New Bedford. Also, you know what? This just updated here. So this coastal flood warning, which is in red, now extends out towards Groton, New London, Long Island. And this includes through the upper part of Narragansett Bay. So during the time, on either side of the high tide, which is early in the morning on Thursday, some coastal flooding. At this point, anticipated to be minor, but it could be almost borderline moderate for some communities up Narragansett Bay. East coastal Massachusetts, it is a coastal flood warning. The coastal flooding here may be just slightly higher. So again, not just the South Shore, but communities up Narragansett Bay. Obviously, rivers continue to be swollen from previous rainstorms, and we have more rain on the way. Excuse me. So these red polygons are river flood warnings. So Taunton, Patuxent, Wood Rivers, and the Pawcatuck River. Minor to borderline moderate flooding is anticipated later tonight. And that'll spill over into Thursday, even though we do have much lighter precipitation on Thursday. So you see the rain spreading up from the mid-Atlantic. So what we have are really two storm systems. The main one is back here across the Great Lakes, but it's this secondary one that's forming off the mid-Atlantic coastline, and that's the one that'll intensify rapidly, increasing both rain and wind this evening, tonight, and very early in the morning on Thursday. When we take this into the future, here we are, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So late tonight, you see both rain and wind continues as this storm intensifies. Now, as we move ahead to Thursday morning, precipitation is lighter, but it's in the form of either some rain and snow showers, but still quite windy at this time. And we do have the coastal flood advisory during this time as well. Storm lifting into the Gulf of Maine Thursday afternoon. We're still windy. We're chilly and raw. Though notice in the afternoon, other than a rain or a snow shower, you really don't see much in the way of heavy precipitation. Big snow once again, mountains of northern New England. And then we move ahead to Friday, which overall isn't stormy, but you see these little speckles of green, and you can't rule out an isolated shower, kind of windy and quite cool with temperatures that are in the 40s. Back here we are Saturday. This is Saturday morning. Pretty much the same deal. The storm system is kind of stalled off the coast of Maine. It's a lot of clouds. It's breezy and cool, and you can't rule out a scattered shower on Saturday either. Right now, Sunday looks like the better day. So quite simply, stormy this evening. Some localized, at least minor street flooding, strong wind, especially along the coastline. Temperatures in the upper 30s. For your Thursday morning, precipitation is lighter, but with that said, it's kind of like light rain, light snow showers kind of mixed together. Windy and raw, chilly in the upper 30s to around 40. Winds are still strong, and be mindful of that coastal flood advisory during the early morning hours on Thursday. Not a lot of precipitation during the afternoon on Thursday, other than maybe a flurry or a sprinkle, but windy and chilly, temperatures in the upper 30s to around 40.